Hello everyone, good evening. I'm featuring Dick Siegel tonight. This is show number 87, and I'm going to start out with a love song called Carry Me Away. There was something that I had to tell you. There was something I left out to say. How you were a sight, how much of it was right, and how you could carry me away. There was something I left out to mention. There was someone laughing in the way. How your heart was warm, the sweetness of the storm, and how you could carry me away. Phrases that were dead, other words unsaid, so much it seemed left better where it lay. Now all I've got of you is this I can't undo, and how you could carry me away. Surely it was violets that I sent you, sure as I would think of it today. How the flowers frown, the petals on the ground, and how I let you down, and how you could carry me away. Phrases that were dead, other words unsaid, oh, so much it seemed left better where it lay. All I've got of you is this I can't undo, and how you could carry me away. Every time I try and love another, every time I let her slip away, 'cause it's just a thing I do to keep my mind off you, and how you could carry me away. Every time I tell my friends about you, every time and always what they say, is how I look so blue, how much I must love you, and how you could carry me away, and how you could carry me away. All right, a beautiful love song by Dick Siegel. I used to go listen to Dick Siegel play back when I lived in Ann Arbor in the 80s. So Dick was born December 28th, 1948 in Newark, New Jersey. He's 71 years old. He has a birthday coming up in 2 weeks, so happy birthday to Dick Siegel. Thank you for your music. He grew up in West Orange, part of New Jersey, and my dad's actually from Tenafly, not too far away, so shout out to my dad. I've done 3 other New Jersey musicians, so this Dick is in good company. I've done the Roaches, I've done Paul Simon, and then just recently I did the boss, Bruce Springsteen. So hooray for those New Jersey musicians. So Dick came to Michigan to go to Interlochen, where I've attended camp, and decided it was a pretty cool place, and then came to school at the University of Michigan, which is also my alma mater. And coming full circle, I'll tell you a little more about what Dick is doing now. So first of all, I just want to mention that first song. I forgot to grab the album here. It's right here. Let's see. It's from 1979, and I'm so happy that I still have it on vinyl. And there is the Dick Siegel and Snap. And there's the back where he's doing the Marlon Brando thing. So, all right. So, Bouquet Records, 1979, Ann Arbor, Michigan. All three songs I'm doing tonight are from that album and are wonderful songs. And there's lots of other good ones too. So, all right. Before I go to the next song, I just want to acknowledge that we lost a great musician, I believe yesterday. Charlie Pride died, and he was my show number 59 when I did a tribute to him back in September, and I'm just so sad that he's gone, and he's the first living musician that I featured that we've lost since I started this back in May. We'd already lost John Prine, then we lost him in April. So, all right, so the next one I have to do because it's a Ann Arbor theme song. It's Angelos, and I hope you sing along. And Angelos is still there, and I know I used to eat there. Wonderful diner, great breakfast. They had the best raisin bread French toast you've ever had. So, and it's on Catherine Street, right down near the University Hospital on the way down to the river if you're going to go across Broadway. So, eggs over easy, hash browns and toast, or eggs over easy, hash browns and you, depending on which part of the song we're in. So, all right, here we go. Angelos. Eggs over easy, a plate of hash browns. Take my hand, Mama, we're going to town. Oh, what a wonderful thing to do. Eggs over easy, hash browns, and you will have coffee, sausage, and hot buttered toast. Yes, this breakfast is really the most. Oh, what a wonderful thing to do. Eggs over easy, hash browns, and you will go to Angelos. The place really hops, we'll go to Angelos. Where the service is tops, we'll go to Angelos. We're licking our chops, Mama will pull out the stops. Pop, when we leave that place, we'll be laughing out loud. Smiling so hard, we'll draw a crowd. The sweat's up, man, and we'll just have to boast about the eggs over easy, hash browns and toast. Truth and it easy clear to see, life and love, well, ooh-wee, but what makes me happy's not hard to get to. It's just eggs over easy, hash browns, and you will go to Angelos. If the place really hops, we'll go to Angelos. Where the service is tops, we'll go to Angelos. We'll be licking our chops, Mama will pull out the stops. Papa, when we leave that place, we'll be laughing out loud. Smile so hard, we'll draw a crowd. They'll say, what's up, man? And we'll just have to boast about eggs over easy, hash browns and toast. Eggs over easy, hash browns and toast. Yeah! Oh, that was fun. Lots of good memories of back in growing up in Ann Arbor and going to high school there and going to college there. And finally leaving in 1987. Spent a year in Vermont and then ended up here in Madison, Wisconsin. So I've been in email contact with Dick, and it's been wonderful because I just told him a little bit about what I was doing. He sent me the lyrics to the next song I'm going to do. And also, I was mentioning that he graduated from the University of Michigan, and for about the last 10 years, he's been teaching at the University of Michigan. He's teaching songwriting, which I think is awesome, so I think since 2010. And he is teaching online, of course, this fall semester, and he invited me, I think it was last week, to attend the Zoom recital of the, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 of his students who were performing the songs that they wrote, and it was wonderful to sit in and get a little taste of that, and incredible talent and variety, and really wonderful musicians and students, and a wide variety of folks from all over the country, and really cool to participate in that. So all right, there's some other great songs that I could do. I was thinking about doing one of my favorites, Jesus, John, and Elvis. It goes, Jesus, John, and Elvis, Son of God, President, and Pelvis. If you ask me, those are the big three, if you ask me. And then it goes on about they all have beautiful hair, so it's kind of a funny song. When the Sumac is on Fire is another gorgeous one. Downsized Blues, etc. So, all right, lots of great stuff. I'm honored that I know Dick is going to be watching either live or on the YouTube version. And so, hey, Dick, thanks for your music and thanks for listening and thanks for helping me out on this. So, all right, this next song is kind of epic and crazy and yeah, it's What Would Brando Do? And I need to dedicate this to my friends Steve and David. I want to mention that the song is called What Would Brando Do? Dick Siegel's backup band is called the Brandos, based on this song. So lots of great rhymes in here. One of my favorite is When Your Friend Lorna Fell Asleep in the Corner. That was a good one, but there's lots of other ones. So, all right, What Would Brando Do? I just need to take a sip to clear my throat here. So, there we go. All right, I'm going to do this one with my violin like a guitar because it's pretty tricky. There's a lot of words. It's got 7 verses, just like Tangled Up in Blue. So it tells a great story. I hope you enjoy it. And Dick, my apologies for all the botched chords and lyrics. I'll just going to do my best here. So, what would Brando do? Well, I came into town late last night. We got drunk, had such a good time. Then we smoked something that you got from someone, and man, we were really flying. We went back to your house, sat in those easy chairs, cost too much to belong to you. And you built us a fire as the flames got higher. I sat next and talked to you. Exactly what we said slips my mind just now was about somebody we had known. And as your friend Lorna fell asleep in the corner, started thinking about going home. But what would Brando do? What would Brando do? What would Brando do? Yes, I remember now. We went into the kitchen, my stomach was growling like a lion. We started talking about how long we'd known each other, how a night was a very long time. I put my hands in my pockets and shuffled across the floor, kicking at the dirt with my shoes. Then a feeling overtook me, nearly knocked me over. There was something I'd say to you. I said, baby, I've known for some time now, there's some very special things you do. I can't deny it, I won't even try it. Baby, I love you. What would Brando do? What would Brando do? What would Brando do? Well, we looked at each other for some long, hard looks. She looked like a 3-4 loop. She said, but you've been my newspaper for a long time now, but you never expected such a scoop. Then we held hands and smiled. Those smiles say much of what the words can say. And the roof opened up and the sun shined through and the bluebirds started flying our way. There was light in the forest, the rivers ran clear, and the lion and the lamb was best friends. Then a tear came to your eye, you had to tell me something, nearly knocked me off my feet again. Well, what would Brando do? What would Brando do? Oh, what would Brando do? You bet your head, gave us all a long glance, stared down at the floor, and then you turned to the left, put your elbow on the counter, then turned back to me again. Said, remember that night when I drove to the airport with you and your best friend? Well, that same night when we got home, I jumped into bed with him. Now, it don't mean nothing to no one, I'm sorry, and you shouldn't be so insecure. But I was curious, a woman of the world, and I couldn't keep a secret no more. What would Brando do? What would Brando do? What would Brando do? Yes, I remember that night, it's very clear in my mind. A lot of fine words were said between you and him, and I was ready to explode with jealous thoughts in my head. Till finally spit out something to that effect. I was feeling so awfully bad. I was quickly assured it could never happen. He was the best friend I had. He put his hand on my shoulder, said, man, I'm your buddy, that's something I never would do. Then he smiled and said, there are things that are sacred, I'd never be a snake to you. What would Brando do? What would Brando do? What would Brando do? As you can probably imagine, the whole thing me had shaken. I didn't know what to do. I was on my way over to take care of some business, but before I could get through, I ran into the professor. We discussed the whole matter, how 2 shots I could call. I could try my best to break both his arms, or I could transcend it all. And where after we discussed it, who should I get to help me, or how should I depend it, I don't know. Just before I slipped out the door, he said these words you know, but what would Brando do? What would Brando do? What would Brando do? Oh, I'm sure you're curious to know with what flow did I go and how the whole thing was resolved. If things were made right or things were left wrong, what the various conversations involved. Did I ever get back to my sweetheart again, or do we have no words to say? And my self-confessed friend, was it silence or violence, or was still my buddy today? I don't want to leave you hanging, I don't want to make you nervous, I don't want to drive you to drink, but you gotta use your imagination, I'll make it real easy. All you gotta do is think, what would Brando do? What would Brando do? What would Brando do? What would Brando do? All right, that was fun. I never thought I'd do that song. Okay, show number 87 tonight, featuring the singer and songwriter and musician Dick Siegel, a longtime Michigander, Ann Arborite, and kind of a legend around those parts. So wonderful to do this show tonight. I get a kick out of the fact that in the second to last verse there, he says, I ran into the professor. And, of course, now Dick is the professor. He's the professor of songwriting at the University of Michigan. So congratulations to you, Dick, for that. And many more. All right. Who's up next? It's a Michigan folk singer, longtime favorite of mine, and wonderful songwriter and performer, and done all sorts of great stuff. Sally Rogers. And that's coming up, show number 88. That'll be on Tuesday night. We're going to do Circle of the Sun, which we sang at the birth of both our kids. Lovely Agnes, a wonderful story about her grandmother moving from Madison, Wisconsin to up to Benzie County in the Pinky in northern Michigan to work on a cherry orchard. And then a Shape Note song called Love Will Guide Us. All right, I hope you can join me. I hope everybody's doing great. These are hard times. Stick together, reach out, listen to lots of music, spread love and happiness, and take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Thanks a ton for listening, and see you next time.